Shanu Nag has been singularly responsible for founding the luxury distribution organization Omni Astra Private Limited. Together with his team of driven and dedicated professionals, he has put Omni Astra on the map of the Indian luxury industry. His company continues to excel with ongoing additions of more global luxury and super lifestyle brands in its portfolio. Shanu Nag is the only Indian and among very few globally to have received the Montblanc Lifetime Achievement Award conferred to him in Monte Carlo, Monaco. Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Good to see you, Mother. Always a pleasure.
My
You
pleasure.
during these trying times to see you happy and looking nice is good. Great.
Pleasure is all mine, sir. Sir, as we say, pre-love luxury, or as many people in the Western world have been writing, is as reusable luxury. What is your take on this topic?
It depends how you define luxury because if you really look at the eyewear industry, there are huge number of mass brands which I don't think will sell as pre-owned. But yes, there is a market. The market is there globally. I mean, let's start with the fact that there are those factory outlets worldwide. And people do go and visit factory outlets. And the basic purpose of going to factory outlets is to get a great deal, get a good product, genuine product at decent prices. Now, there are these class of consumers, and I define them in three ways. One is the climber class, the class who wants to climb, who wants to own the best brands possible and flaunt it, and he cannot flaunt it. The second set of customers, I call them the aspiring class. They have something in their pocket, but they want to go better, and they continuously want to upgrade themselves. And there is the final set of customers who I call the chronic discount seekers. Their job in life is only to go around and look for products where they can get a great deal. They want to buy a product, but they'll only happy when they get discount. So all these customers will obviously be drawn international luxury brands which can be available at a decent price. Now, I would define them into two different classes. One is a pre-owned and not reusable. Not necessarily pre-owned products are used. They could be gently used. They could be rarely used. They could be vintage, never used. They could be excess purchases. They could be unwanted gifts, right? They could be unwanted awards. So these are products which remain in the cupboard of most well-to-do customers who can afford luxury. Now, those products are really available, disposed of and sold. But yes, there is a market. Certainly in India. Unfortunately, in India, we haven't even reached the stage of factory outlets. We want to first get into the factory outlet concept where you could buy. I mean, there are not in eyewear. I mean, there are factory outlets for clothes, for shoes, or there are no factory outlet malls like in Dubai. We have outlet malls, or like in the developed countries. I think that concept has started simultaneously as we also get into the pre-owned or pre-loved luxury labels.
Do you really think that this kind of a concept can be brought in for eyewear and especially sunglasses?
I'm sure, yes. There are various factors. One, where will you get it? So there has to be a platform where you can get these goods. B, how authentic are they? How genuine are they? Now, there's a very major issue. I mean, like most branded products, eyewear also has a lot of products which not necessarily are authentic. And there is a human mindset that anything that they get at a lower price, there could be a catch to it. And one of the biggest catch, they say it may not be. So what people do is they have professional authenticators. Their job is to authenticate product. And that certification is required, eyewear, which is for pre-owned eyewears to be sold. And third thing is get the right customers, both sides. One is people are willing to dispense with products, and B, people willing to use pre-owned products. Both want to remain incognito. I want to be told or seen as if I'm selling my goods, second-hand goods. Neither does the customer who buys it wants the world to know he's buying a used product. So it has to be very, very quietly. The transactions have to take place in a very quiet manner. Not many people are knowing about it. So yes, if all this happens, yes, there is a market for it. Certainly in case of eyewear, yes, there is a market for it. A, it's not very expensive. B, it's fashion driven. There are fashions which are changing. Three, they are the cheapest labels to buy. You can buy a Christian Dior, you can buy a Fendi at not very expensive prices, unlike the jewelry or clothes. The fourth thing is a customer does buy eyewear more than once. Maybe some people buy it even 2 or 3 sunglasses in a year. So yes, there is a market for it.
In your opinion, this category needs another set of rules than the regular luxury category, or it's going to be following the similar trend?
You see, a luxury customer needs to be pampered. He needs to be looked after. He needs to be made to feel important, right? I mean, that is a part of the premium that you pay for your product. That's why the lovely boutiques and that's why the beautiful sales girls, right? Because you want to feel important. This market, which you're talking about, pre-owned and products, is a completely different kind of treatment, where a customer has come because he's wanting to buy an expensive brand at lower price, and price being one of the major considerations here. So as long as the treatment which is given to these customers remain anonymous and remain quiet, yes, there is a market for it. I can further define it that if we are talking about products, certainly when you're talking eyewear, when you're talking sub, say $100 or sub $150, 10,000 rupees, I don't think there's a market for it. People are not going to buy products, brands which Diesel or say Guess or Skechers eyewear in the used market platform. I don't think so. But I think when you get into a slightly higher end brands, there would be customers for it.
And in the context of more environmentally responsible consumers and the changing preferences, do you foresee any need for a major shift for eyewear marketers in the future?
You know, the best part about reusability is the fact that it is environmental friendly, right? It is sustainability, which is the latest concept which is there, ensures that products are not unnecessarily wasted. So to what extent does an Indian consumer believe in it? Maybe it's a little too early, but the fact is, yes, if there is a home that can be found for products which lies surplus in our house or unused in our house, it is a wonderful concept. The essential thing is that A, does the Indian consumer know there is an opportunity to buy eyewear at a special price, genuine, authenticated, and B, if so, where can you buy it? There are also the legal issues which needs to be checked out. Because there is basically a C2C business. It's a customer selling to a customer, and Mr. X or Y company becomes a felicitator. So I'm a platform, you put in your products, I will display it, I will clean it, spy it, make it look nice, authenticate it, certify it, and I put it in the platform. And there is some customer other end of the platform who buys the product, right? So it's a C2C thing. What is the legality? Needs to be checked. Am I allowed to put Christian Dior in this platform? Will the brand owners have reservations or not? Well, I don't know. I think we need to check it out. I don't think there should be any legal issues, but needs to be checked out. That's one. And it's important. And secondly, what is the taxation issues here? How does the tax come into? It's a paid pre-taxed product. You have paid the final tax already, GST or whatever the taxes are is fully paid for. What will be the implications there? Those need to be checked. And the third thing is there is something called the California Privacy Protection Act, which was done in California many years ago. It's a very interesting act to read, which talks about how to ensure total protection of customers' privacy. Buyers, sellers, and even people who visit the platform, they cannot keep a record. I don't want to be seen. I may be a very rich guy, right? And not necessarily rich people don't buy pre-used product. They buy pre-used product, not necessarily get it cheap. They buy it because they're only going to wear it for one occasion, or they buy it because it is vintage, or they buy it because it looks retro, or they buy it because they were thinking like when round eyewear came back into fashion. There's a lot of round eyewear which was being sold through these platforms. And now round eyewear has come back to fashion. I mean, there are lots of old round eyewear which would be available in this platform. So yes, the anonymity becomes very, very significant.
I think you have covered most of the aspects in great detail, and thank you so much for being a part of this interview.
No, my pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you. All the best, Madhav.